From pole position, representing the United Arab Emirates, will be Theo Ceccarti. Luca Muraretto from Italy joins him alongside with Nikita Genza and Lawrence Seyfried. That is an all-German row 2. Matthias Jakobsen and Jan Matjash from Denmark and the Czech Republic, row 3. Luca Neuenhuizen, who won the final heat yesterday. Who was close to winning one of the heats yesterday at one point. He starts P7. Yannick Nielsen and Elis Spiezia are 8th and 9th. Mette Argun from Austria completes the top 10 with Mats Johan Overhoff, Nadim Kneiser, Mina Pedersen and Leo Elise from Norway rounding out the 14 strong. Once again, for E20, it is standing start only. Now that Ceccarti's on pole position, he doesn't need to point that cart towards the inside of the first corner, as it looks like Mette Argun just trying to slot into position. So the clerk of the course walks off. Drivers get themselves primed and ready. Red lights on the gantry. Are we ready? Lights are out. We're off and racing. A good start from Theo Ceccarti as they hurtle their way through to turn 1. Fully charged at the moment. Lawrence Seyfried's already got himself up into what is third position. As he's got the 757 of Jan Matjash, who has got past Nikita Genza. Well, Genza has been passed already as well. So they're making their way through. Elis Spiezia bumps over the curbs through turns 5 and 6. As there is Luca Muraretto, who's kept himself in second position, but Lawrence Seyfried could be a danger here, as could Jan Matjash. So 10 minutes plus an additional lap. As Muraretto actually went around the outside, as it's getting a bit elbows out here. Muraretto takes the lead on the penultimate right-hander. Ahead of Ceccarti. Seyfried still in third. Genza in fourth. As Neuenhuizen trying to go up the inside of Jan Matjash. Seyfried, gets a little bit of a snap on oversteer as Nikita Genza has gotten ahead and put himself up into third place. But now Seyfried is under threat. Matjash up the inside. Oh, that was clumsy. Very, very clumsy indeed from Matthias Jakobsen from that particular occasion. Hurtling his way through turn 4. As Elis Spiezia makes a few moves of his own. Oh, he's definitely bringing the dance moves as a young American, just 15 years of age. And he's showcasing what he can do. And he took his first ever pole position in international competition just on Fridays. Oh, that's getting a bit close. Matthias Jakobsen nearly banzaiing up the inside of that. Looks to be Nadim Kneiser as Ceccarti and Muraretto side by side. Ceccarti's got the inside run. Going down into turns 1 and 2, and he's got the lead, and Nikita Genza gets past Ceccarti as Muraretto keeps the lead. 4th, it's Jan Matjash. 5th, it's Lawrence Seyfried. 6th, that looks to be Mette Argun, who's jumped his way up from 10th position and does the switchback through turn 4. Up the inside goes Argun on Seyfried. As Spiezia closing in. And that looks to be Jakobsen in the 721. Who looks to be just in front, but then they've also got a few other drivers there as well. That's the 704 that they've just gotten past. Nadim Kneiser, and Spiezia's got a real good run coming out of the final corner. And Seyfried's just ahead of him. Spiezia pulls to the right-hand side of the 721 of Matthias Jakobsen. Looks to have gotten through. So Jakobsen, according to the timing, is currently down in 14th, but I would think that's not the case, as Elis Spiezia sizing up Lawrence Seyfried, but opens the door for Matthias Jakobsen. That time the Dane makes it a little bit cleaner through the chicane. And that's Johan Overhoff, looks to be a little bit further behind. Jakobsen showing up, showing up with the red circle. That's blue circle on the timing. However, that's not the case. At the moment, the leader is actually now Nikita Genza, who's got past Theo Ceccarti, Luca Muraretto running out the top 3. Jan Matjash running out the top 4. 6 minutes and 25 seconds to go. Nikita Genza looking to seize the initial advantage. Matjash slingshots past Muraretto. into turn 2. Out of the hairpin. The sunshine gracing us with its presence here in eastern Germany in comparison with the torrential rainfall the circuit was saturated by yesterday for pretty much all of the proceedings for all 18 races. So Nikita Genza has got a transponder issue. However, at the moment, he is still leading ahead of Kekati, Jan Matash, Luca Muneretto running at the top 4 positions. So we're going to find out soon who will be in 5th place as they come across the line. Genza, Kekati, Matash, Muneretto. Mette Argun rounds out the top 5. Frank Seifried in 6th, Luca Neuenhuizen and Ernest Spiezia are battling away as you can see how close it's getting all. Now, there was a bit of a touch there. Seifried went to the right, then all of a sudden the left front, bit of the bumper for Spiezia, got a little bit of a touch there and got slightly crumpled, but you can just see how hard they're pushing. Jakobsen going side by side with Spiezia, and someone's lost their front bumper. That is the 704. Nadim Knaus has lost his front bumper completely. Oh my goodness, that could be the first mechanical black flag of the weekend. Lawrence Seifried's been given a warning by race control. But that front bumper on Nadim Knaus, where is it? That is missing. And there we go, technical black flag has been shown. And Knaus knew it and has pulled in. That has ended his race. So that opens up some of the floodgates. But now Elish Spiezia trying to battle away with Matas Jakobsen. Lawrence Seifried drops down into what is now 9th position, having got past Yannick Nielsen, going through into turn 2. As Mormuz Lilo Elise, reinvigorated after yesterday, got past Mats Johan Overhoff. There's Lawrence Seifried going side by side. That's with the 713 of Yannick Nielsen. They are swapping positions. And that is for 9th. Elish Spiezia seems to be dropping off the bubble ever so slightly. And is behind Mathis Jakobsen in the 721. Seifried has also been given a warning from race control earlier on as we're into the last 3 3/4 minutes. And Kaiser is out of the kart. He's out of the race. Now Lawrence Seifried finds that Mats Johan Overhoff is behind, but Nikita Genza is leading. Muneretto now trying to get past Mette Argun, who has got past the Italian for what is now 4th place. And that racesuit, I just noticed the writing on the back of Luca Muneretto's overalls. It's very much like in the vein of The Godfather, with the likes, you know, if anyone might remember that gangster trilogy with the likes of Marlon Brando, James Caan and Al Pacino. So Genza leads Kekati by 0.32 of a second. And Genza is looking to get an initial advantage. So the scoring is exactly the same for Project E20 here in the Euro Trophy. So Genza on course for a victory. That would be 25 points. Kekati 20. Matash would be 16. Mette Argun 13. Luca Muneretto 11. Neuenhuizen would take 10. Jakobsen 9. Spiezia 8. And probably, well, I think everyone might pretty much all score because we've got 14 drivers in this class. We got quite a lot of sign-ups towards the end of the race weekend, but with the opportunity of getting a grand finals ticket, no one's going to turn that down. Nikita Genza leads them across the line with just over 2 minutes to go, plus an additional lap. He was just 1/10 of a second ahead of Theo Kekati from the United Arab Emirates. There's Jan Matash from the Czech Republic. The heats are one thing, the finals are something completely different. But Nikita Genza has the opportunity of just keeping ahead. He might have to use the boost button if he hasn't depleted that function already to stay ahead of Theo Kekati. So just over 75 seconds remain. And Nikita Genza leads them on to what is now going to be lap number 11. 10 completed. And we have just over 60 seconds to go. So we'll have a total of what will be 13 laps of racing by my estimation. Matthias Jakobsen being closed in on, as is Luca Nieuwenhuizen from the Netherlands, by Ellis Spiezia. Spiezia gunning for the best of the rest sort of accolade, if you will. But Nikita Genza is soaking up the pressure from the two behind like a proverbial sponge. But Kikati is close. He can use the boost button to attack. Genza can use it to defend. Now, literally bumper to bumper there, those two. Jan Matas just waiting to see what happens. Genza he's just keeping the blinkers on, but Kikati looking for the move up the inside of turn 4. When he has a little bit of a touch, right rear wheel to the left front of that bumper. I'm going to go straight back into place. So Theo Kikati on the penultimate lap takes the lead away from Nikita Genza, who has been pretty much at the front of the field for the majority of this race when everything went by the wayside. There was no quarter given. Nadim Kneser, the first casualty of today's festivities, as we go on to the final lap. And Theo Kikati will lead Nikita Genza over the line. 13th and final lap underway. Genza looking up the inside through into turn 2. He gets the run. Kikati looking to scrabble for traction and get the switchback and counter-attack Genza on that particular occasion. But he doesn't get the job done. Genza going ultra defensive into turn 4 and doesn't give any room for manoeuvrability for Theo Kikati. So we've just got a couple more chicanes, 3 right-handers to go, and that is it, job done. Nikita Genza, who started 3rd on the grid, he could have had had a pretty good run yesterday, but Kikati's going to try and steal it on the penultimate corner. He goes through, but Genza's going to try and get past. There was a block there from Kikati, who's going to power out of the final corner. But Genza's going to try and drag race him to the finish. Who's going to use the boost button to its efficiency? It's Kikati. The winning margin, 5/1 thousandths of a second. The closest, I repeat, the closest finish in Euro Trophy history. And it's provided by the all-electric power plants of a Project E20 kart. Theo Kikati wins by 5/1 thousandths. If there was a couple more yards, I think Nikita Genza could have gotten it. But Theo Kikati from the United Arab Emirates wins the first ever Project E20 final here in Muelsen. Nikita Genza denied by the slightest of margins. Jan Matas in 3rd. Mete Argun in 4th. Luca Mureto in 5th. Ellis Spiezia does get P6 at the flag ahead of Matthias Jakobsen. Luca Nieuwenhuizen, Mats Johan Overhoff, Yannick Nielsen, Laurent Seyfried, Mina Pedersen and Leo Elise round out the top 13 that all finished 13 laps of racing. Nadim Kneser being pulled in for a mechanical black flag for a missing front bumper after just 5 laps.